Mohammed Bouazizi, the fellow in Tunisia who burnt himself to death, is a kind of Rosa Parks figure, parallel to the American Civil Rights Movement. And you know, Rosa Parks refused to get up off that bus seat and move to the back when the driver told her to get up for a white man in Montgomery, Alabama in 1953, I think it was. And you can't tell when one person will undertake one act that launches a movement that changes history. And that's what happened with Rosa Parks. And same thing with Mohammed Bouazizi, when a police lady hit him and then turned over his vegetable cart, and then he went to the governor's office trying to get a redress of grievance. Nobody in the governor's office would talk to him. He was treated like nobody. He was dismissed. And that combination of the sort of police heavy-handedness, the insults to him, and then the humiliation of knowing that he couldn't turn to his own government to do anything, and he just got fed up and burnt himself. And that ignited literally a whole protest movement in Tunisia, which spread now throughout the region. And what happens is that one act at that one moment by one person mirrors and captures and amplifies agonies and grievances that are felt by hundreds of millions of other people in the case of the Arabs. In the case of the American Civil Rights Movement, you're talking of probably 30 million African Americans, but any discriminated against person, any subjugated person, any humiliated and dehumanized person would know how Rosa Parks felt and how Mohammed Bouazizi felt, and they are that person at that one moment whose act of defiance and desperation and reassertion, knowing that it's going to hurt them. I mean, Rosa Parks knew she would go to jail. Mohammed Bouazizi knew he was probably going to die. They do it anyway because it's the way they reaffirm their humanity, that they undertake an act that says, I've had it with this system, I'm not going to put up with this subjugation anymore, and I want to live as a normal human being. And when they do that, then other people get the same feeling that, yes, that's what we feel too, and we're going to stand up for our rights too. And that's how this process started. And you see it spreading around the Arab world, mainly because the grievances are very similar in most of the countries, not identical, but similar. And the fact that there are probably, 200 to 250 million Arabs who feel the same kinds of indignities and pressures, and in some cases abuse, that Mohammed Bouazizi felt. How this plays itself out remains to be seen, but I think we can go back to that moment and understand it as one of these historic moments where one person actually changes the course of history.